FolkiDoki.
Hey!
FolkiDoki.
Whoa!
Stories from the heart. Let the magic start. FolkiDoki.
Welcome to FolkiDoki. Hey, FolkiDoki. Stories from the heart. Let the magic start. Today we're telling the tale of the clever, maybe too clever, tortoise. Why the tortoise's shell is cracked. A magical tale from FolkiDoki. A long, long time ago, in a land filled with sunshine and tall trees, animals lived in peace and harmony. And guess what? Back then, the tortoise had a smooth, shiny shell, not cracked at all. He was slow, yes, but very clever. And oh, did he love food? One bright morning, the birds got an invitation, a big feast in the sky. There would be fruits, potatoes, vegetables, sweet honey, and many more. But only birds could go. The tortoise licked his lips. That feast sounds delicious, he said. I must find a way to join them. My dear bird friends, said Tortoise sweetly, why not let me come with you? I can fly, with your help. The birds were surprised. You? Fly? They laughed. But Tortoise was clever. He promised to behave and bring wisdom to the feast. So, the birds agreed. The birds gave him feathers, long and colorful. He tied them on with vines, made himself wings, and flapped. Up he went. Tortoise flew, higher and higher, laughing in the sky. Whee! Look at me. At the feast in the clouds, the sky table was full of tasty food. But just before they ate, Tortoise stood up and shouted, Before we begin, let's decide, who is this feast truly for? The birds chirped, For all of us. But Tortoise shook his head and grinned slyly. Then, call me all of us. This feast is mine. And he gobbled up everything, not a crumb left. The birds were furious. How dare you trick us, they cried. Tortoise just licked his fingers and said, Burr up, so tasty. Angry and hurt, the birds snatched back their feathers. Let him find his own way down, they shouted, and flew away one by one. Now the tortoise was stuck in the sky. Tortoise panicked. Oh no, I can't fly, I'll fall. He called down to a bird passing by. Please, please, tell my wife to lay soft things below, clothes, pillows, leaves, so I can land safely. But the birds were still upset. Your husband says throw out hard things, like stones, sticks, and mortar. So she did. Tortoise looked down, took a deep breath, and jumped. He tumbled through the sky. Whoosh! Bam! He landed on his back. Crack! His smooth shell shattered into pieces. The tortoise groaned. He was in pain and his shell was broken. The birds felt sorry. They hadn't meant to hurt him. So together they began to help. One picked up a big piece of his shell. They glued the pieces gently, one by one. They patched and pressed, stitched and smoothed. Finally, the shell was back, but not as shiny or smooth as before. It was cracked, but the tortoise smiled. Thank you. I've learned my lesson. Maybe being too clever isn't always so smart. And from that day till now, every tortoise you see has a cracked shell, just like him. Why? Because of one tricky feast and a big lesson. Never be too clever for your own good.
FolkiDoki.
Hey!
FolkiDoki.
Whoa!
Stories from the heart. Let the magic start. FolkiDoki.
Hey!
FolkiDoki.
Whoa!
Stories from the heart. Let the magic start.
Use happy African drums with a lively and ring pulse. Layering playful percussion like shakers and claps. Add a bright, cheerful melody on marimba.